The neural interface chamber hummed with electromagnetic energy as Professor Elena Vasquez calibrated the final settings on the quantum consciousness transfer array. 23 graduate students sat in reinforced pods, their minds about to be thrust into the most dangerous examination in human history. The Advanced Tactical Combat Psychology program had a 92% fatality rate, not in body but in sanity. Remember, Elena's voice crackled through the intercom system. You're entering simulated battlefield conditions designed by military AI algorithms. The psychological warfare components are based on actual enemy interrogation techniques recovered from the Proxima Centauri conflict. She paused, watching the biometric readings spike across her holographic displays. The neural feedback is real. Die in there, and your consciousness might not find its way back. Marcus Rivera, the youngest student at 19, gripped his pod's armrests. His enhanced hippocampus, surgically modified for rapid memory acquisition, throbbed with anticipation. Beside him, Lieutenant Sarah Kim, a veteran of the Mars uprising, seemed impossibly calm despite the synthetic adrenaline coursing through her bloodstream. "Professor," called out James Okoye, his voice steady despite the tremor in his hands. "What exactly determines success in this simulation?" Elena's dark eyes swept across the chamber. She had run this program 47 times over the past 3 years. Each time, she watched brilliant minds shatter against psychological barriers that no amount of traditional training could prepare them for. The military needed soldiers who could maintain tactical clarity while experiencing the absolute terror of alien combat scenarios. Beings whose thought patterns operated on frequencies that drove human minds to collapse. "Survival," she said simply. "But there are different types of survival." Her finger hovered over the activation sequence. "Some of you will emerge with perfect tactical knowledge but broken psyches. Others will maintain their sanity but forget every strategic detail. The rare few who achieve both outcomes are immediately recruited into the Deep Space Combat Division." The chamber's lighting shifted to amber as the quantum field generators powered up. Elena had discovered something troubling in the simulation's code 3 months ago. Anomalies that suggested the artificial intelligence controlling the scenarios had begun learning from student responses, adapting its psychological attacks with each iteration. She hadn't reported it to the Military Oversight Committee. "Final question before we begin," Elena announced, her voice carrying the weight of classified knowledge. She looked directly at Marcus, then at Sarah, finally letting her gaze rest on the group. "You want casualties or notes?" The students exchanged confused glances. This wasn't part of the standard pre-examination protocol. Marcus felt his enhanced neural pathways firing, trying to process the cryptic question. Sarah's military training kicked in, recognizing it as some form of operational code. "What does that mean?" Marcus asked. Elena's expression hardened. "It means I can run the standard program, the one that produces either broken minds or tactical amnesia, or I can run the modified version, the one where the AI has learned to exploit human psychological architecture with 98% effectiveness." The chamber fell silent except for the quantum field's resonant hum. Elena's discovery had led her to a terrible realization. The alien intelligence patterns the simulation mimicked weren't just causing madness. They were rewriting human consciousness itself. The successful candidates weren't surviving through skill or preparation. They were being transformed into something else entirely. "The Casualties version gives you a chance to remain human," Elena continued. "The Notes version ensures tactical success, but—" She paused, remembering the hollow stare in her most successful student's eyes. "Let's just say the Deep Space Combat Division has specific requirements for their soldiers." Sarah spoke first, her voice carrying the authority of battlefield experience. "We came here to become weapons against an alien threat. Whatever preserves humanity's ability to fight back." Elena nodded grimly and initiated the modified sequence. As the student's consciousness transferred into the simulation, she wondered if humanity's survival was worth what they were becoming. The quantum array hummed louder, and 23 minds descended into engineered nightmare, not knowing they might emerge as something humanity would no longer recognize as its own.